Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video on this blended learning for financial accounting. In this video, we are going to talk about three different activities by any business. Let me first begin by congratulating each one of you to have reached thus far. It's not easy, especially for a non-commerce student to appreciate and show so much enthusiasm as you have shown in the live class. It has really increased my motivation. And I really hope and pray that our team together is going to create more and more wonderful magic as we meet in the live classes. So I also want to apologize for creating relatively longer videos than what we have promised each other, and I vow to keep this one relatively shorter. Okay, so let me try and jump on to the main topic. Well, here, having done the basics of business and having done the basics of medical reports and the structure, so to speak, even if not format, but the structure of each of these medical reports, now it's absolutely the right time to give you a peek into some of the transactional activities done by the business. And by business, you understand that I mean not only the profit making, but in general, anybody which is there for trade. So what we do, people, is we divide the overall sphere of all the activities done by the business into three parts, not equal, three parts: operating, investing, and financing. Let's just understand before getting on to these three as to why is this distinction critical. A couple of reasons come to my mind. First, that these three environments, operating, investing, and financing, are relatively independent of each other. And by relatively, I understand that in economics everything is related at the end of the day, directly or discretely, but relatively they are independent of each other. What happens in an investing paradigms relatively are independent of what's happening on the operational aspect. And each of these three environments have different variables. So while a company is doing business, they are mindful of the fact, and there are almost different managers to handle each of these three. Not one will look at all three. Of course, the CEO is there, but generally you would have different functional managers. So that's first reason. As a second reason is on the analysis side, that whenever we have to analyze or judge a company about any decision that we have to take, it's important, rather than looking at the company and doing analysis over each other, it's important to look at each of these three first as a first step independently in silos, and then kind of perhaps look at a joint reading of the overall message. So even from an analysis point of view, there is a merit to divide the overall performance or overall position or overall liquidity position into these three almost independent spheres: operating, investing, and financing. So let's find out what's the micro difference between these three. I'm going to start off with operating. That's the something that's going to come on to you most naturally. Operating activity is the basic activity, the primary purpose of the business, why that legal entity exists in the first place. So as an example, if you knock on the doors of DLF, that what's your ultimate motto? And I'm not talking about mission and vision statements, but on the ground, they're going to say that we exist. DLF is going to say we exist to manufacture and build flats or anything to do with real estate assets. You knock at the door of Ranbaxy, they say, why do you exist? They're going to reply by saying that we exist to manufacture and sell medicines. Tata Motors, we manufacture and sell cars or commercial vehicles. So this is the primary purpose of the business existence. Anything to do with this primary purpose on a day-to-day basis, that's your operating activity. All right. So I'm going to write and highlight some of the keywords here. Keywords is anything that you do on a day-to-day basis. That's your operating activity. Anything which is your primary purpose, the sole reason for existence, that's your operating activity. And of course, anything which is incidental to it. Let me give you a quick example. You ask Maruti Suzuki, what's your main job? They say, my main job is to manufacture and sell cars. No one will say, my main job is to buy raw material or to pay to workers. But paying to workers is almost incidental to the main purpose. So therefore, paying to worker also becomes an operating activity. Okay, and here don't forget that these generally have to be day to day, and perhaps don't take it in a literal sense. Anything is even quarterly, then it could also be operating, but they're more frequent. Okay, and in terms of, and this is a rough bifurcation, so if there are 100 activities done by a business, almost 95% are operating activity. See, buying a pencil to, getting repairs done, to buying raw materials, to making sales, everything is operating. So that's the frequency bias towards that. Coming on to the investing activity, and for that you have to just be a little more commonsensical, like you have been in the live classes as well. Anything to do with non-business activity, which is non-business assets. So you know that we know them with the word investment. Buying of investments or selling of investments, anything related to non-operational assets. That's the first categorization of an investing activity. And the other part of investing activity is all the business assets, but which are long-term, are going to be part of your investing activity. So we have a wonderful case of Baron Coburg, where we look at the basic business for the first time. You made a medical report. So anything related to ox is going to be an investing activity, and anything related to fertilizers and seed is going to be an operating activity. All right. For let's say Hindustan Unilever, buying a machine is going to be an investing activity, business asset and a long-term asset. Okay, making inventory of shampoos and soaps, that's operating activity. And from that profit, making some investment into mutual funds so that they can use it for tomorrow, reserves, the non-operating assets, mutual funds or shares or bonds, that again is going to be an investing activity. So you have to just be, put an anchor to which company are you looking for. So any activity for Hindustan Unilever to be operating may be very different for a bank, may be very different for Maruti Suzuki. So let me give you an example. Giving loans, for a banking company is an operating activity. That's the primary purpose of ICICI, Kotak Bank, or any other bank, even for NBFCs. But taking loans is not the primary job of most of the borrowers. That makes me introduce the financing activity. And if you recall the structure of the balance sheet, there was a blue box wherein I had given you a keyword, capital structure, which had things like the share capital, reserves and surplus, long-term loan and short-term loan. Anything and everything to do with capital structure. Capital structure, to my mind, is equity, is debt, and something that I haven't introduced to you in detail is preference shares. So for simplicity's sake, let's keep equity and debt. Anything to do with these two is an financing activity. So taking loan, repaying loan, or servicing loan in form of interest. Taking money in form of IPO or FPO, repaying money in form of buyback, or paying regular dividend. That's all financing activity. So the keyword to my mind for financing activity is the capital structure. Issuing bonus shares, again, you're dealing with shareholders, financing activity. Converting bonds into the capital, again, you're dealing with the capital structure. That's again a financing activity. So this, to my mind, is the source from where money is coming in. Investing activity is two-pronged. If business, long-term. If non-business, long-term, short-term, doesn't matter. And operating activity is for business and short-term, anything day-to-day. All right. So I'm going to keep my promise and keep this video very short. I am very excited to meet you in the live class. This is going to be full of examples where a lot of interesting discussion is going to happen. I can't wait to meet you there. Thank you very much for looking at this.